WCYB. This is News 5 This Weekend.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to News 5. So we're still tracking some scattered rain showers, mainly to the west and the southwest. In the meantime, we have a mix of clouds and some sunshine out there. I think in general for a portion of the morning, that's the way it's going to go until we start to see some of these showers off to the west, southwest start to trail in. And then some of it will actually, due to some instability, will actually create some extra showers as we head to noontime, at least in spots, and then through the evening. Otherwise, just mixing in with some sunshine. So just drive a little bit. You'll run into one of those showers, guaranteed, for today, and a couple downpours. Here's a look at the Ingles camera network, looking at partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. And the same thing in Johnson City, where we're waking up to mild temperatures in the low 60s right now. And current temperatures are in the low to mid 60s, although we do have some 50s off to the east. And that's kind of where we've had that wedge of cooler air. I know we mentioned that yesterday, but that wedge sometimes drives its way down on the eastern side of the mountains towards the Piedmont of North Carolina. And so temperatures can be cooler there, and they are, in fact, cooler for this morning and yesterday as well. So fog's pretty limited, but we do have some pretty dense fog back towards Marion and at least in spots. So be on alert for that. Just use low beams. It will dissipate before we see some more showers kind of reinstigate some of that fog at times this evening. Otherwise, expect warm temperatures, humid conditions, and scattered showers off and on, high temperatures in the low 80s. Of course, you can stay up to date on the go with the News 5 and Storm Track 5 apps. Get the forecast from our Storm Track 5 meteorologists, including myself. You can watch live newscast and weather coverage when you're away from your TV, which is something I enjoy. Both are free on your app store. The National Weather Service has confirmed a tornado touched down Friday evening in New Tazewell, Tennessee. Now, that's not too far away. That's in Claiborne County, just west of the Tri-Cities. Here's a look at the damage. Captured by emergency management. The Weather Service says the storm was an EF0 with peak winds at 85 miles per hour. And, kind of witnessing this myself, I noticed on radar it was looking kind of a little bit ominous to me at times. The storm was 75 yards wide and traveled a mile and a half. It was only on the ground for 4 minutes, which is pretty incredible. Emergency management officials say no one was hurt in the storm, thankfully. Volunteers placed flags at gravestones yesterday at Mountain Home National Cemetery. The effort is to commemorate Memorial Day weekend. Eastman E-Vets, Rolling Thunder, and multiple Scout troops were among the groups volunteering. The group gathered for a short ceremony, followed by a demonstration on how to place the flags. They spent about an hour placing flags at all 18,000 graves in the cemetery.
It's definitely a sense of pride to be out here, a pride for our country, a pride for our scouting community, and we want to instill that in the next generation.
I wasn't expecting a whole crowd of people, maybe like around 500, even more. Like, this is amazing. It means a lot, though. It means a lot.
The flags will remain out for about a week in honor of Memorial Day. Hiking trail maintainers and outdoor enthusiasts from across the region gathered in Johnson County. The National Off-Highway Vehicle Conservation Council hosted a multi-day workshop on how to build and maintain sustainable trails. News 5's photojournalist Jason Hutchinson takes us to that event at Doe Mountain Recreational Area.
Here at Doe Mountain Recreation Area, we'll see probably hundreds, if not more, over the course of a weekend, riding side-by-sides and motorcycles and mountain bikes and hikers on the over 100 miles of trails they've got. It's critical that we have safe and sustainable trails for people to recreate on.
We have a trail system that's open 7 days a week.
You can see evidence of water moving all the way out, right?
What I've learned now is I probably would have put in more water control in different areas.
We've made remarkable investment in this trail system, and in order to maintain the integrity of that investment, we got to continue to perform maintenance on it so it continues to function as we've anticipated.
We deal with a lot of erosion.
That change in grade resulted in greater opportunities for erosion to occur.
Depending on how bad the damage is, it may take weeks, to rebuild a section of trail.
When we're out walking around, I can't hardly keep them from asking questions. I want to hear from you guys on what's happening here.
came here today to learn from Kim a better technique to make my job more efficient.
And they'll be able to take that information, those trail stewardship skills, and apply them to wherever they're at out in the trails community.
An event this weekend in Bristol is aimed at helping people in need. Brothers for Christ Community Response is a reentry recovery ministry. They're holding a 3-day event to provide resources, informative panels, and a keynote speech. Some of the topics discussed include substance abuse recovery, homelessness, outreach, and faith leadership.
We want our individuals in recovery, our individuals that are justice involved, who are returning, to be productive, contributing members of society. And the only way we think we can do that is to help them with providing stable housing for them and also the transitioning skills that they need.
A great cause there. The event wraps up today, this Sunday, with a worship service and program at Lee Street Baptist Church. Plum Alley Day in Abingdon occurred on Saturday. It's the largest fundraiser of the year for the local Kiwanis Club, with money raised going to local children's groups. More than 5,000 people typically attend the one-day festival. It includes food, music, a massive yard sale, and hundreds of vendors.
It's really fun. You get to see a lot of people that you don't see in a while, and there's a lot of cute animals and lots of things that you can do and shop around and look for.
It was the event's 44th year.
I'm national correspondent Kayla Gaskins in Washington. Coming up, after the success of Artemis 2, NASA is now laying out an aggressive plan to return to the moon, to build a lunar base, and to beat China in the space race. We spoke about all of this with NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman.